15-inch subwoofer was supposed to sound. Need someone to hold this camera. Still watching, huh? She's so pretty, SpongeBob. How's that for music? You know, I'm waiting around for some parts on this thing, but that doesn't mean I should let up on the throttle just yet. There's plenty of projects to do and plenty of things I need to check off my list. Coming up soon, as a matter of fact, is a cool little event that I want to do with the XLAZ guys. And, you know, it's a little hang down by the river. It's good times with good people, and I hear it was a great time. Last year I missed out. I had work or something, I had life. Maybe I was in Disneyland. I don't even remember, I'm getting too old. But that's not important. What is important is what we're doing today. And that's this right here. That's right, it's time for yet another subwoofer. I know you guys are like, Ben, you're always messing around with the sounds in your truck. You're always changing your system up. You got that sweet sounding JL in there now. That's right, did you guys know that there's a cool JL in there right now? JL10, by the way. Sounds amazing. But that's the blue truck. That's not this truck. This truck doesn't have any bumps in it. If we're gonna go cruise with our friends at the river, we gotta be bumping. Now this 15-inch speaker from Hyanka is rated around 1600 watts continuous or 3200 watts peak. You can put it in a sealed box. You can put it in a ported box or an open box. That's kind of where we're at right now, is I need a box. And look, I can hit up some people from the store. I can probably hit up some people I know and buy one, but that's not the kind of guy I am. I got some tools, I got some wood. Let's whip up something cool for this event. Figured I could talk a lot, or I could saw a lot. This would be a good time to subscribe. It's just gonna be like this whole sawing, cutting montage thing, and I don't even know if I'm gonna do this time-lapse thing, so, you know, it might be boring. I'm gonna use a garbage can and this guy though. All right, if you guys aren't interested in the box building portion of this video, I wanna skip right to this review of this powerful Hyanka 15-inch subwoofer. Well, click to that timestamp now at the bottom of the screen, because I don't know how long it's gonna take to build this box. But I shot this intro first, so just timestamp. Go right here, skip ahead. Skip ahead here to watch the whole speaker. Review, install, pounding, bass, 1600 watts. Didn't really expect to tune in and get some Bob Vila type shit, did you? We just gotta whip up a box so we can get bumping. It's mini truck stuff. It's good enough. Which should probably be the name of my truck on my channel by now. Bottom, complete with a 15-degree bevel. Fancy. Now those of you that have sat through that wonderful 6.5 CT subs experiment that I did a while back, thank you very much, first off. And feel free to just skip ahead, because it's gonna be the same gaps and nastiness that that box was. I'm gonna save you a little bit of that wincing and pain though. This time I'm gonna put it together with staples. Down and dirty, why waste a box of screws? It's gonna look cleaner. Two forms of fasteners, folks. Glue, staples, or screws. Nothing like a black cup of coffee when it's 95 out. I figured I'd move over here to my handy dandy Chicago Electric Harbor Freight radial arm saw, just so you guys don't yell at me in the comments that I didn't use all my crappy tools. Crappy tool number 4 coming up. You guys put pushers or pullers when you make the cut? You cut towards you or away from? I can never really decide. Seems like it matters when you're cutting like manufactured wood or real wood. I don't know. Let's see if it fits. Okay, we've got an angle here that we've got to try and match it. It's a little long. It's a little long. Better long than short. Let's go ahead and trim that up. What kind of stapler are you using? That's right, Harbor Freight. This is a Banks. Crappy tool number 5. No, I take that back. From now on, the rest of this video, we shall recall to them as a money well spent tool number 5. Budget friendly tool number 5? I don't know, comment below. I don't want to throw any shade at Harbor Freight. These guys have been good to me. Wouldn't be able to build any mini trucks if it wasn't for Harbor Freight. What's that? What kind of staples am I using? Harbor Freight, the long kind. Don't cheap out on the glue. It's tight bonds, good stuff. Buy this. They don't pay me to say that, unlike the people that sponsored this video with the speaker. They could give it to me. I mean, what are you gonna do? Somebody offers you a 15-inch subwoofer as a mini trucker. It's your duty to take it and test it out. We're gonna put it to the test. Count on an honest review. We're gonna bump the hell out of this thing. All right, she's shaping up. Get it? Get it? Extra credit if you know what kind of shape that is. Hint, it's not a rectangle, it's not a circle either. Don't be funny. Nobody likes a jackass. You guys want some handy dandy tips that your papa never gave you because he's too busy drinking and slapping your mommy? Just take some crap wood, and if you want to get it square again, use your radial arm saw to straighten it out. You could do some measurements so you can start using this guy again. You know, especially if your board falls over because, you know, you left it sitting against the wall, which is a clear OSHA violation, and you should never do that. But yeah, if you got some hammered wood laying around like this, you need to square it up again, use your radial arm saw. That's it. But Ben, my radial arm saw doesn't cut all the way through. Dude, come on. Don't you guys watch Jimmy DiResta? Just flip it over, knucklehead. Well, in typical fashion, got a little excited, moved a little quick. It happens even at my age. Smart man would have traced that first. I mean, it's not that hard. It's the same measurements. You just have to cut straight. Not bad. Not bad. Here's another tip for you. Put the really good side close to the front where everyone sees. That's the important side, all right? Bi-level. You want it at bi-level. That's where people are gonna pay for your work. It means you wanna break out your wallet because that's the good side. No one looks in the back. No one looks in the bottom. Don't worry about it. Just fill it with glue and sawdust. Not one of those ASMR like YouTube video, TikTok things. Huh? Not bad. All right, there you have it. A box. I know it needs a big hole in it for a big speaker, right? Because that is the point of this video, not to tune in and watch me make a box, but to check out how good this sub sounds. Now, if you're worried about all these nooks and crannies and your gaps don't quite line up because you didn't cut straight because you used some old crickety saw with some crickety ass wood you had laid around, don't worry. Carpet hides everything. Just make sure you glue all that stuff up first. If you're a little creative, you can do something different, like I'm about to do. Still watching, huh? All right, let's give you another tip then. Finish your coffee. Don't let it go waste. Coffee's expensive. And then that mess you made, yeah, this stuff's good, man. Matter of fact, it's better than good. It's gold. So if your dad didn't teach you this one, teach you how to save some money. Go ahead and gather up all that sawdust. Get yourself some glue. Make some patch. Yeah, because I guarantee you, no matter what this costs, this is gonna save you money. And it's gonna fill those holes nice and tight. Because even if it's a homemade box, you should be building the best stuff you can every time. Mixing sticks. Yeah, no, I don't spend money on those either. That'll work. Need someone to hold this camera. All right, back to work. I assure you, this is how the pros do it. Just go ask any cabinet guy. When you're done patching, you should have something that looks like that. Make sure you get the bottom. Everything should seal up pretty fine. You're gonna appreciate the fact that you did that, even if you do plan on hiding it in carpet. Now let's talk a little bit about the box and where I came up with the numbers for the cubic feet so that we can get the right size and everything. So this thing could sound the best is the way this Hyanka 15-inch subwoofer was supposed to sound. By the way, in case you're wondering, this is the BSP 15.2. So yeah, how we came up with this calculation for box space? Well, it's right here in these handy dandy instructions. Good stuff. You can see it. Open box 5.2, closed box 3.3. Gives you all the measurements you need. All you gotta do is bust out your trusty dusty tools and get to work. We're gonna let this sawdust set up, figure out where we're gonna place this circle, and get a hole cut in this bad boy. What's that? More tips and tricks, you say? Sure, why not? We can do one more. Depending on where I inserted this clip, who knows where you're watching it. We need a hole that's 14.5 inches in diameter because our speaker is 15.5. And if you cut it at 15.5, guess what? Your speaker's gonna fall through. So 14.5 it is. Make sure to check the speaker you're using, but in this case, this particular model, right, needs 14.5. So then we take 14.5, we divide by 2, we come up with 7 1/4.
We drill a hole in one side of the stick. We place the stick on said center point. We draw a circle and booyah! That's where we're cutting. We're gonna do what we can. Take a second to sharpen up your favorite writing implement. It's hard to do with one hand. Draw your circle. If all goes well, should be in the center and it should look like that. Now before you cut, double check. Last thing you want to do is take this box and throw it in the trash because you measured wrong. Remember what the wise man once said? Measure thrice, cut once, or something like that. That's how you keep all your fingers. My favorite part of old tools? Well, the character. Yeah, the character. Custom off and on switch. I'm gonna put this down and pay attention. That's right. If you tuned in to see some CNC AI powered tools, you're on the wrong channel, bud. And that concludes this portion of the speaker building. Nah, it doesn't. We still got more to do. We gotta clean that up.
Think it's a perfect circle? Think it's a pie? You saw that. I made it. Should we test fit it? I'm pretty sure the sponsor would appreciate us putting this in the correct box.
There it is, the Hyanka 15.2, 2 ohm, 1600 watt continuous, 3200 watt max peak subwoofer. Which basically means this thing's gonna pound. Let's see if it fits. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call that a win.
Good thing I've been working out because this puppy's heavy.
Woo! I can't wait to hear this thing pound. Let's get it hooked up. Now, if you guys at home doubt for a second that this stuff doesn't get hard as a rock and isn't gonna do the trick, helping seal this box up, trust me, like I said, that's what this wood is made out of. It's glue and sawdust, folks. That's a 40 grit flapper disc. That's the before, and that's the after. And we're not done yet. Now look, if you guys are just gonna go ahead and wrap this thing with carpet, you're probably good enough.
But you stuck with me this far, so why don't you keep watching and see what I do next? Because I'm sure, as you can guess, this thing's not gonna fit behind the seat. So yeah, so here's what we're gonna do. If you know me at all, you know I'm not a huge fan of bodywork. Just look around. Yeah, me and bodywork, I don't really like sanding. I don't really like doing that stuff. But I do like this little technique I picked up in my coffin business. You guys know I make coffins. I'm gonna insert a shameless plug for myself right here. Yeah, I do all kinds of coffin cases and creatures and fun stuff for the Halloween season year round. So if you need any of that stuff, hit me up. It's also where I picked up this little trick. You get yourself some of this all-purpose patch, because again, we're not using carpet. And then you come in here and you just kind of smooth it in. Yeah, you can block sand this. You can get it nice and smooth. And it'll really help crisp up your box if you're looking to paint or do any of that. Especially if you don't like using fiberglass. Now, will the base rattle this crap off? I don't know. It might. But we're gonna try it. Because what I like to do is I like to fill it in. See how it just fills all that stuff in, right? It's just like body filler. It's just like fiberglass, right? Does the same thing, not quite as durable. You can fine tune this by taking a wet rag and doing that instead of sanding. But one of the things that I really find that's fun to do when you're creating that Halloween stuff and you want a little bit of texture to your project, right? You should put these gloves on. Not because I'm a prima donna, you guys know how I am with gloves and staying clean, but because it helps you do this. You get a big handful like this, you put it on there, and that suction of the glove helps create this pretty cool texture, which hides all your defects in your wood and your construction. You can really get the kids in here, get the wife out, have some fun. Look at that. Just like that, man.
should charge you an extra $100, right? So I'm gonna get to it and you know, just cut to the finished product. And you guys are always complaining this ain't a DIY channel. There's a little step-by-step right there for you. Now listen, I'm not claiming I invented this technique. Next time you're on the toilet, take a look at your walls. There you go. Now I'm gonna say that completes the box portion of this video. Fast forward to the future and day 2 on this build. I know I said we were done with this box, but I figured we went this far showing you how I done it, so we might as well like show you how I paint it. Yeah, she's all dried up. I went ahead and wet down this quality shop towel. Knocked all the high spots and fuzz off this. You don't really need to sand this stuff. You just kind of got to take a wet rag and smooth her out. Get all the high stuff off there, right? When you're done with that, you're gonna want to visit your local coffin builder and ask him if he's got some crazy old paint colors left around for that full retro 80s, 90s cool mini truck vibe, right? If you don't have one of those coffin guys around your town, just go to the oops section in your local lumber yard or paint store and see if they got anything they can hook you up with $5 or $10, man. This house paint works really good for this project. Save money where you can. Miss tint, $15. Not a lot of local paint stores and even some of your big box stores will go ahead and shake this up for you if it's been sitting for a while. So just take it on down there and smile and tell them you know me. And no, I'm just kidding. Just smile and be nice and ask them if they can shake this up for you. What's that, Ben? Keep the pro tips coming. Always pour from the back side so you don't cover up the label of the original paint. You don't want to do that, then you don't know what's inside that. So pour it on the back side. Make the mess back there. In case you run out and you gotta get more. Can you really wear too much body drop gear? I don't think so. Now once you get her all mixed up, you guys know how to paint. Grab your crummy old roller and your crummy old tray and get painting. It's not hard. I know a guy who has a truck this color. She's so pretty, SpongeBob. Alright, so we got our base coat on. It's not bad, it's not bad. I probably could have sanded this and shit, but you know, in case I cut the hole too big, you know, it's always good to have some room to play with there. Alright, here comes the fun part. You can use a brush, you can get your kids involved, whatever. Just cover the floors, just cover the floors. Because apparently I'm getting more on the floor, more on this guy than I am on the damn box. All right, and when you're satisfied you got enough cool colors on your retro styled box, you're done. Don't forget to sign your masterpiece. Now we just wait for it to dry and seal it up with a little bit of clear coat. Waterproof-ish. What do they call waterproof-ish? Water resistant? I think that's the non-way to get sued. You're good up to 50 centimeters for some metric equation. All right, and as if on cue, the man behind all the master bass shows up to rock this place. That was a pretty cool little intro for you. I ain't gonna lie. Some basic wiring going down for some 2-ohm happiness on this Hyanka 15.2 subwoofer. And we're gonna throw it in the box. What kind of music you listen to, Rod?
All the music.
What do you think is gonna be good to like do some testing on this thing?
Bass music.
Some bass? Some Hawaiian? Maybe some Hawaiian? Maybe some Kublai Khan, Texas? And get that 808 drop? I'm excited. Let's get this thing in, dude. You got a drill?
For what?
Oh, you're just gonna hold it there?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Standard install. I was about to say, like, I hope I ate my Wheaties, but only the old people are gonna get that.
Only the old people.
What's the equivalent to Wheaties nowadays? Is it meth or is it a scoop of like pre-workout?
You know, I think it's actually I like the pre-workout.
Pre-workout. We'll go with pre-workout.
Yeah,
Keep it PG-13.
Yeah.
They give you everything you need for a quality installation. Not just the instructions, but also the foam seals. I guess we're gonna have to take that out and do it again. Do yourself a favor. If this thing bumps and you like it and you wanna like get one of these for yourself,
follow the links down below, hit the stuff in description, go and use the code at the checkout, buy one of these products, support the cool companies that support me, and help make this channel possible. Because I know a lot of you guys at home are watching going, Ben, shut up and just bump this thing already. But I'm telling you, if these guys didn't send me stuff to test, you guys wouldn't have anything to watch.
Now we're cooking.
Make sure these aren't touching.
I don't know if it's gas, but we're cooking with something.
All right, ready? Let's do this. Man, this thing's heavy, bro. Wires in. Dude, that looks good as hell. Hyanka 15.2 subwoofer. It's a beast. All right, let's get some screws in.
Dude, that texture on this thing's like a skateboard deck. Like it makes bass just tapping it.
This thing's sick. Always free drill, folks.
This bit's probably a little too big.
It's quiet.
Oh, we gotta fix that.
Well,
how's that for music?
All right, now look, so here's the deal. I told you guys in the beginning of this video, the real test for this speaker was gonna be taking it out to the river to XL's, skating this out. And that's the plan. We're gonna put it in the back of Pinky with some 6x9s. We're gonna have a little bit of fun while we're out there. But right now, I had this stereo that happens to have like an 1800 watt amp. So I figured why not throw it in here and test it out. I gotta say, it looks pretty good back there too. Good job on the paint, buddy. Ah, not bad. DJ Master Rodney's here. We're gonna spend the rest of the night bumping the beats. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the win category. What about you?
win.
There you go. If you don't believe me, man, believe that guy. This thing hits. Hyanka 15.2, you know, massive powered subwoofer. Link in description. Pick one up for yourself today. Imagine if this thing was in the back of your Volkswagen Bug when you were 16 years old, man. You'd be the cool kid at high school. Maybe a Honda Accord wagon?
Maybe. We'll see what comes out.
I mean, I know a guy.
We'll see. We'll video it.
So there you have it. Like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned for the next cool feature because this was a fun one. This was a fun one.
Let's go. I wake up to a little